Hey guys, so on our channel we have an ever-growing list of questions, which is awesome. So we're gonna try to address all those. And today I'm gonna talk about dealing and coping with stress. And I'm gonna break it up into 3 parts, so like 3 Fridays, because I think stress usually relates to 3 things: people, places, or things and situations. So today we're going to look at people. Sometimes we end up with people in our lives that aren't good for us, and they really shouldn't be there. And sometimes we have a hard time deciding if we should keep a certain person in our life because maybe they're halfway good for us, but they're not really, or they're a good friend. Anyway, another girl on our channel has made an excellent video about that, so I'd asked her to post it as a video response to this. So you guys should check that out. And so what I'm going to talk about is dealing with the people who either have to be in your life because they're your parents or your siblings, or for whatever reason they have to be in your life right now, or the people that like a friend who's learning how to be a good recovery buddy for you, but still it doesn't quite grasp it yet and can still say some really hurtful things, or those people that are in, that you like see in passing, that commenting negatively about you. Or I've had a lot of people who felt the need to tell me I've gained a lot of weight, or like if I go in the bathroom, sometimes there's girls in there who are like hating on their bodies, and talk about how to deal with all those people. So mainly, I think what you need to do is you need to develop a new attitude towards people, and or adjust your current attitude. You need to have a shield. So attitude first. That's definitely not easy, but it's basically seeing that your life, your actions, your behaviors, your self-worth, it's not determined by other people. It's not. Like, what someone may say may matter to you so much, but their opinion doesn't really matter. Like, it's all like, what's important is what you believe about yourself. And sometimes those things can be you believe really negative things about yourself, but something you're just gonna have to start to change one day at a time, because you can't get wrapped up in someone else. Someone else doesn't determine your future. Like, they may play a very significant part, but they don't determine it, you do. And it's just that knowledge that you're worth more than that. And even if you don't believe it and you don't feel worthwhile, you are still worth more than what those people are saying. You're more than a child who could never please their parents. You're more than the child of an alcoholic. You're more than a young adult who's living in an abusive home. Whatever it may be, like, you're more than that. You're not defined by the people who are around you. And it's just taking everything in perspective, like learning that they don't really have that much power over you. It may feel like it, but they don't. And seeing that you're your own person, that you create your own world for yourself. And so you have to, that means, to change your attitude, you have to change your thoughts. So, for me, when I was really struggling, I would have, thoughts that I would just say repetitively over and over. Because, I grew up in a home where my mother struggled with her weight and stuff, so she enabled me by having all these diet pills and scales around the house, and it also gave me an excuse to keep going on that way, because how am I going to deal with life when I have that going on? It gave me an excuse, but so I had to rise above it. And thoughts such as like, I may be falling apart, but I'm not falling away. We will be the ones who hope, who love, like self-love can change lives, rescue is possible. Like one of the main things I repeat to myself over and over is, I don't have to just pretend. All this pain can really end. I deserve more than the lies that I've been fed. And nowadays, now my thoughts are more, like when when it comes to people, it's like, well, that's really triggering when if like my parent or someone I look up to is like standing there and degrading their body, but I am not gonna be the person who hates their body for the rest of their life. That might be easier, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I think about how, like, oh, well, this choice seems easier, but I decided I want to be healthy, and even though being healthy is a harder choice, I'm still going to do it because, like, that's my goal. Thoughts, like, just rational thoughts, really. Like, if I happen to see the calories on the back of a label, I'm like, Alena, that doesn't really matter right now. So it's just, and thoughts like, well, that person might make me feel really crappy, but they do not determine my self-worth. That person who just called me fat, well, that's unfortunate because now I might have a rough afternoon, but fortunately that's not going to change my resolve, and I'm just going to keep going, and I'm gonna fight this. I'm not going to give in to those obsessive body-hating thoughts. I'm going to realize that person was really trying to say that I was healthy, and that's what I'm going to hear out of it. Sorry, scatterbrained as usual. Okay, so it's just getting that determination and that attitude and that outlook that there's more to life, no matter what you're facing. Even if like you have a sibling that taunts you day and night, there's more to life than that. You're more than that. And then, so there's just that attitude and that belief, and slowly but surely changing those thoughts. And then, I also think you have to have a shield. So that way, when like hurtful words just come at you, where people say hurtful things or do things that are hurtful to you, like for me, I have a hard time with people being late because I feel like they forgot or they didn't think it was important to come on time. So, you like have to have a shield, and so that way, like as you build it up, eventually, like when all those things come at you, like half of them will bounce off. So I actually learned this in therapy. I had to make a shield and put things on it, and changed over time. But I have like people on my shield, like people I can come and talk to about what happened and what was so frustrating. And then I have, I used to have like people, like friends on Facebook and stuff, people I didn't actually know but I felt connected to, and now I have like friends in flesh and blood I can just go down in the hallway and talk to. And then I had songs and sayings, and no, I tried to find it but I couldn't. I had a lot of things that just helped me like find my own world and my own bubble and my own self-confidence. And it's kind of just learning who you are and just surrounding yourself with positive things, whatever they may be. For me, another big thing was my faith. So yeah, that's about all I have right now. Okay,